How is it going, Raider Nation? It's JT coming at you with another episode of the Raidercast, your podcast for everything silver and black. Today, finally making a video. I know it's been a while. I've been very busy with school. It's kind of like the worst time right now to be busy because there's a lot going on. There's the combine going on. There's free agency coming up, stuff like that. But I'll be just fine during free agency as I will have spring break. So there'll be a ton of videos during that time. So no need to worry about that. So today we're going to be talking about something that came out a few hours ago, and that is Josh Jacobs is expected to be franchise tagged for the 2023 season, at least for now, until they can get a long-term deal in place. Right now, the franchise tag for running backs is at $10.1 million, which in my opinion is fine. People are like, oh, you shouldn't pay running back. Oh, that's too much to pay. Oh, blah, 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 blah. We have plenty of cap space to pay Josh Jacobs as well as, pay other players in free agency. It would be better if we actually paid him, gave him an extended deal, 2 to 3 years. Now, because we can put less money this year and more into 2024 and 2025 when we have the cap space in those years. I believe in 2024 we have upwards of $1 million in cap space right now, so there's no need to worry about cap space and going into the future, because that 2024 is the first year without any real dead cap from any of our former players like Corey Littleton. We're still paying for him going into this season, so that kind of hurts where our cap space could be. But in terms of how it is in the league overall, we are fifth most, or amongst the top 5 or top 6 in the league in terms of cap space, especially with Derek Carr gone. So it is totally fine to pay Josh Jacobs this year. And I also saw someone tweet out, I believe it was Marcus Johnson of Tape Don't Lie, if you're going to pay him $10 million, you might as well pay him $12 to $14 million. I don't want to pay him too much. I want it to be a reasonable deal. He wants it to be a reasonable deal. He said previously, about a month or two ago, that he is more than willing to play on the franchise tag as long as he believes that the team is not going to have to use him like we did last year. He said that if they can get other weapons and he's not the main focus of the offense and he's just a piece of a larger puzzle that will be a machine of offensive firepower, he's fine with playing on the tag or for a cheaper deal. But if he's going to be the star of the offense, like a Jonathan Taylor, like a Derrick Henry, even like a Saquon, or even Ezekiel Elliott before he went downhill, or even Christian McCaffrey, he wants a bigger deal. Probably not even close to the Christian McCaffrey type of deal, but more in the range of 12 to 14 million a year, which obviously you can structure to not be so heavy on 1 year, being 14 million. You can stretch it out, move it around, add deals, add restructures, all that stuff. But I'm totally okay with paying Josh Jacobs. He's a big reason why our offense has been successful even before Josh McDaniels got here. He was he had 2 or 3 1,000-yard seasons back to back before. Actually, 2 back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, a Pro Bowl before he got slightly injured last year, but still had over 1,000 scrimmage yards total. He had 800 rushing yards, but over 400 yards in terms of catches, over 300 yards in catches, and reached about the 1,000-yard scrimmage mark. But this year, he was an all-pro first team. He was a Pro Bowler. He was the leading rusher in the league with over 1,600 yards, almost a total of 5 a carry and 12 touchdowns. He was our entire offense pretty much. He had a lot of touchdowns. He was a big reason why we were able to move the ball at all in some games. So it is definitely worth to keep him around. Josh and Dave Ziegler want him around. Josh wants to stay in Las Vegas. And the fans, he's obviously a fan favorite. There's some people that don't want to pay him a lot because he is a running back. But I believe he will be a Raider going into next season, whether it's on a franchise tag or whether it's on a new contract. This is actually the first franchise tagged player, if it happens, since 2012 with Tyvon Branch. So it's been a while, and there's been very few first-round picks of the last 20 years that have gotten second contracts with the Raiders. I believe the only player to get a second contract with the Raiders that, off the top of my head, that's a first-round pick is Colton Miller, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. But he could be one of two players in the past 20 years that were first round picks that got second contract with the Raiders. So that's pretty sad. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments how you feel about Josh Jacobs being tagged, playing on that type of tag, playing with that type of money. Let me know how you guys feel about that, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I will be coming out next week with a very, very fun video about a idea I had last offseason that I cannot wait to actually make videos about this offseason. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for Vegas Vipers news. And stay tuned for just general Raiders news, especially with the Combine coming to an end and free agency coming up in 11 days or 10 days or whatever it is. I hope you guys had an absolutely fantastic day, and peace out, Raider Nation.